wide world, and happy Easter to everyone. In this live stream, I'll be testing my latest retro gems. So sit back, relax, but as always, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. So, yeah, happy Easter to everybody. Hope you're all having a lovely Easter. Don't need too much chocolate. Then again, why not? It's Easter. Eat all the chocolate you like. So, yesterday, I was up in Dublin City, and I did some retro gaming shopping. Actually, that's a lie. I did a lot of retro gaming shopping. So, would you like to see what games I got? Well, you would have seen some of them on the thumbnail, so that's spoiled already. Okay. Micro Machines Turbo Tournament 2. Now, I'm actually very excited to test this game. I really hope the game works. This is a game that I've actually been trying to track down for a very long time. I had this originally as a kid on the Sega Mega Drive. Loved it. My first Micro Machines game. I thought I tracked this game down a couple of years back, but it ended up being Micro Machines 96 or something. It was actually the wrong one, but this is the one I wanted. This is the one I actually played as a kid. Micro Machines is such a fun game. It's a nice break from Gran Turismo. It's very fun. You're basically miniature cars, hence the name Micro, and you're racing around like real life, areas like um, pool tables, beaches, kitchen tables. It's insane. Love the Micro Machines series, and this is where it all began for me. I'll show you the cartridge there now. Now the good thing about cartridges, even the manual is there as well. It's the wrong manual though. He gave me the wrong manual. Hopefully it's the right game. Oh, it is, thankfully. Wrong manual, but I don't care about manuals, to be honest with you. What matters is the game. So this is the cartridge itself. Interesting fact about Sega Mega Drive cartridges. Some of them are shaped differently, like this. So yeah. We'll pop that into the Sega Mega Drive now in a few moments and see if it works. Resident Evil Outbreak. Fun fact about this game, I'm actually not a fan of this game. But I'm a Resident Evil, if that makes sense. This game was intended to be online, but it actually didn't feature online in Europe, at least. But Resident Evil Outbreak 2, or Outbreak File 2, did have online in Europe, but not this version, not the European version of Resident Evil Outbreak. Thank you for the like, and thank you for the view. Happy Easter to you. You are very welcome to Green Hill Gaming, where I will be soon testing my latest retro gems, including Resident Evil Outbreak. Now, it's the discs, it's these games that you have to worry about when you're testing games. Cartridges are fine. Cartridges, all you need to do with a cartridge is blow into it, and you're sorted. Another Resident Evil game. This is Resident Evil: The Umbrella Chronicles. This is a really it's actually a really fun Resident Evil game. It's not your traditional Resident Evil game. It's actually an on rails railgun game. It uses the motion controls of the Wii remote. It's actually tells the story of Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 1, and Resident Evil 3. But it, as the title suggests, it really goes into a lot of depth with the lore of the Umbrella Corporation themselves during the timelines of those games. So just show you this. Oh, I want to show you something else as well. Actually, this is a blast from the past. This Club Nintendo thing. This is now called My Nintendo. But before it was called My Nintendo, basically when you buy games like this, you would get this. And this thing here, you would scratch it off, you get a code, you put it on Nintendo's website, you get so many points, the points will build up, and you could spend those points on gifts online, like soundtracks to games, statues, so I will test the games in a moment. Just want to show you the game first. What will I show you next? Oh, this Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. I have not played this game in a very long time, so it'll be nice to actually hopefully it'll work. It'll be nice to get stuck into Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. It's a bit like Mortal Kombat Mythologies as Sub-Zero in that it's kind of well, it's not side scrolling actually. It's basically an action adventure Mortal Kombat game set during the events of Mortal Kombat 2, featuring Kung Lao and Liu Kang. So this is obviously on PS2. Again, I'll just show you the disc. Oh, this one. I actually say this is probably, I'd say this is probably the best buy for me. I tell you now, because I didn't even know this game existed. This is a Sonic Gem. Was it Gem or Gems? Sonic Gems collection, perfectly named for the title of this live stream. Okay, so I had a version of this on the GameCube. It was called Sonic. I forget the name, but Sonic Mega Collection or something, and it had a lot of classic Sonic games on them. Well before I had the WiiWare on the Wii, like well before I was able to download the classic Sonic games on the Wii. So it was great to be able to play classic Sonic games back then. I knew there was a version on the PS2 that had, I think, one or two other games. But what's good about this is it has 3 must hits, including Sonic CD and bonus games. Now, I played Sonic CD. I've actually played it on mobile. I've actually played it on PS Now. A lot of the games on here I've actually played on PS Now, including Sonic the Fighters. But I've actually never played Sonic R, which is Sonic Racing. So I'm actually looking forward to getting stuck into that. But also, there was a couple of Sega Game Gear games as well. Which is basically Sega Game Gear is like a portable version of the Sega Master System. So you get Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic Spinball, which I didn't even know was on the game. So, this is going to be good now because I actually had this game many years ago. It's basically Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but it's for the Master System. There's also Sonic the Hedgehog Triple Trouble, Sonic Drift 2, Tails, Sky Patrol, and Tails Adventure, plus hundreds of unlockables to discover along the way. So, I've never actually played much of these Game Gear games, so I'm actually looking forward to that now. I haven't played those games on any of like Nintendo's services or anything like that, or PS Now or anything. And I also haven't played Sonic R. So, gotta say no, I'm actually really looking forward to getting stuck into that. Like the artwork as well for Metal Sonic. I'm aware that it's a bit early, very early in the morning for my American viewers, but I decided to make this live stream nonetheless. You can watch it in your own time. So if you're watching this at a more convenient time, thank you for watching. If you're watching live, thank you very much for watching. I know I got a like, so there must be somebody watching, or watched at least anyway, but very appreciative of that like. Nonetheless, so I kept these 2 games for last because they're kind of important. Recently I've gotten stuck into a video game franchise, a long-running video game franchise for the very first time, and I'm loving it. Even though I've been wrecking my head recently, but I'm loving it. That game would be Gran Turismo. Picked up the original Gran Turismo on PlayStation 1. This is where it all began. I love the fact that the catchphrase is still there, like the real driving simulator. I think this is one of the first games where kind of the DualShock controller was advertised for the first time. So I'm looking forward to getting stuck into where it all began for Gran Turismo, considering that I've actually gotten stuck into Gran Turismo 7 and said I loved it. And another Gran Turismo, this is the final game, by the way. Another Gran Turismo, this is Gran Turismo 3. The sticker is covering it, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's 3. A spec. I was told this is probably one of the best in the series, although I think it's sad to say that 7 is the best in the series. But nonetheless, here it is. Okay, now for the most important part of this live stream, testing the games. Now, I am not very optimistic at all. I got 3 of those games in CEX. I don't know if you're aware of CEX. They're like a British video game store where you can trade your games. So I'm optimistic enough about CEX, to be honest. Not extremely optimistic. The thing is, with all retro games, you're not guaranteed that they're going to work. So this particular retro video game store, it was actually a retro store in general. You can get retro books, DVDs, lots of different retro stuff in this shop. But obviously, me being me, I went to the game section straight away. How can I say this in a nice way? I don't think he tests his games very well. I don't think he prioritizes the quality of his games. I think he's more interested in getting his hands on like retro gems and saying to himself, "Oh, I've got the original Gran Turismo. This is going to look great on my shelf. People will buy this." I think he prioritizes that more than he actually prioritizes the quality of his games. So, long story short, I am not very optimistic at all. So I've mentally prepared myself for this moment. I don't think any of these games are going to work, to be honest with you. Okay, I'm going to start with, seeing as I have my TV on the analog mode, I am going to start with Micro Machines Turbo Tournament 2, because honestly, this is a magical moment, actually. I'm actually going to savor this moment. I really wish there was actually a good few people watching this live stream, because I really want to share my passion right now of this moment. I have not played this game since literally I was a kid playing it on the Sega Mega Drive. That's a very long time ago. It's very rare, because I've tracked down a lot of retro games now over the years. So it's very rare now in this particular moment for me to actually go back and play a retro game, for the first time in many, many years. So this is magical. This is magic in the moment here now. I wish I could show you me doing this, but I'm going to blow into the microphone. You can hear it at least anyway. It's just, can't have a retro live stream without somebody blowing into a cartridge, can you? I don't know if you can see it, but I have my Mega Drive down at the bottom there. I'm not going to move the camera, but it's down at the bottom. I actually have a PlayStation 2 on top of a Wii U. I've got a PlayStation Mini beside it, sandwiched in with a Sega Dreamcast, Sega Mega Drive down below, and a Super Nintendo to the right. That's how Greenhill Gaming rocks. Okay. So, this is where... Oh, I think I just broke it already, to be honest. Oh, God. Let me just... Ah, fuck. We're off to a great start here now, aren't we? Okay, that's good. It's a good sign. Good start. I think it's going to work. Sorry if the quality is dark. Oh, here it is. It's Micro Machines Turbo Tournament 2. And as I said, I have not played this game since I was a kid. And of course, I do have my Sega Mega Drive controller. So you can play 1 player, 2 player, party play. I can do stats. I'm going to get stuck into 1 player in a moment. So thankfully, the first game is working. But I kind of knew, I did say though, that the cartridges, you're pretty much guaranteed that a cartridge is going to work. Just blow into it. I like as well. I actually have the classic like CRT, as it's called, appearance, because I don't know why, but that's how it looks like on that TV. But I like it though. Okay, let's go. I actually haven't played a Mega Drive game in a while, so I'm gonna. Okay, so I got challenge, head to head, Super League, and time trial. I don't know what kind of modes I played back in the day because it's been so long since I've actually played this game. I'm just gonna go with challenge. I like the characters: Spider, Bruno, Dwayne, Cherry. Is my guy there? Jetro, Maria, Violet. There's a lot more characters than I actually remember, to be honest. Edina, Suel, Jerry, Walter. Jesus Christ, it's an all-star cast. Lisa, Emily, Davy, Delora, and Chen. I think Spider was my guy, even though I'm terrified of spiders, to be honest with you. But he is my favourite character, one of my favourite characters in Micro Machines. Change name. Yes, I actually will change the name, actually, thank you. I'm going to call him Johnny, because that is my name. I like his beard. That's basically me if I don't have a shave. I managed to fill in the Y. There we go. Did I spell my name wrong? I don't care at this stage. Enter. Oh, I just got rid of the Y. Why did I get rid of the Y? Why did I get... Okay. Johnny. This is training camp. Let's go. An ATV? I don't remember having an ATV. I'm going to fix the... Don't worry, I'm going to fix the quality of the camera. Don't worry about that. All sorted down now. Think. Yep. I do not remember this. It's Johnny, Davy, Walter, and Sewell. I'm ready, yeah. Yeah, I do remember this actually, I do. Oh, starting off by going backwards. This is such a refreshing break from Gran Turismo, I can tell you that much. Oh, this is bringing back so many memories. I'm not sure if you have to come first in training, but I presume the point of training is just to get a feel for the race. You know, Codemasters, which I know owned by EA, unfortunately. These don't underestimate these guys. Codemasters were the originators of driving simulators. I believe me, I know Gran Turismo really set the bar for driving simulators, but you got to remember, Codemasters are making racing games back in the early '80s. So some of them I forget the name of them, but I was reading it in a magazine years back, the history of Codemasters. If I can actually find the magazine, because I actually collect gaming magazines, if I can find the magazine, I'll actually show you. But Codemasters are behind some of the most like iconic racing games. Anyway, that's another story for another day. But don't underestimate Codemasters when it comes to racing games. I came second. I'm happy enough with that. Driver Killer. Oh, I remember this. This is you're on top of like a workbench. Like the one good thing about oh my god, micro machines is you're driving on real surfaces and you can fall off those surfaces as well, obviously. Oh, this is definitely the game anyway. This is definitely the micro machines that I wanted. And fell off again. And again. I think I'm currently second last. Oh, I want to kind of take a shortcut. I actually can. I'm currently last. I think I was overlapped a second ago, to be honest. Fourth place. Well, safe to say, Micro Machines is working. And I'm glad it is. Okay, I'm going to swiftly move on to the next game. So I'm going to put this controller tight away for the time being. Bloody ass controllers back in the day, man. Jesus. Just put it there for now. Okay, what? Where to next? Where to next? I think it's time for some PlayStation 2 now. So for that, I'm going to unplug this bulky ass plug. And I'm going to plug in the PlayStation 2. Which conveniently fell out of my hand. Which is conveniently placed there. And then see, I was all prepared. Now this is where things are going to go downhill, because, as I said, the cartridges are fine. I mean, you've got games that are like fucking 25, 30 years old, man, that are working perfectly fine. Because cartridges are grand, like cartridges are grand as my Kirby notebook. Sorry, Kirby, but you're going to have to go away now for now. Okay, controller. There we go. Okay, I think it's on AV2. Spyro is inside it, I think. Oh no, it's actually Mortal Kombat. Where's Mortal Kombat inside there? Strange. That there for now. I am going to put that away for now. So next to test is an upside down Gran Turismo. Okay. Oh no, what I should actually do, because it might actually help things actually, is I'm going to increase the disk speed and the texture mapping. I think it's called texture mapping anyway. That should help my chances for this game to work. Also, the volume is a bit low. Better. Alright, I'm not at all optimistic that this is when you can go into it. That's not a good sign. Oh, there we go. Thought about you can go into the PlayStation there for a second. Okay. Not at all optimistic. This is one of the most tensed moments in gaming history for PlayStation gamers like myself, is getting past this screen. Once you get past this screen, boom, you're sorted. Sony Computer Entertainment Europe presents all manufacturers, cars, names, brands, and associated imagery featured in this. Okay, I was reading that. So this is my first time experiencing Gran Turismo. Polyphony digital. I was a polyphony. This is insane. It really is. So this is where it all started. I have goosebumps. Wait. Is that part of the music, or is my disc going crazy? I like how I went from Micro Machines to Gran Turismo. I'm pretty sure I've played a demo of some Gran Turismo back in the day. Just turned on the flash as well. I always turn the flash on just in case. Gran Turismo, the real driving simulator. The real driving simulator. Fuck me. Loud, isn't it? Okay, the first thing I'm noticing is definitely if this was 1997, I would have definitely said this game has amazing graphics. Because I'm just putting my mind now back to that year, back to the PlayStation 1. These graphics would have been just something else, like absolutely something else. You know what I mean? Like for its time, like this is mental. It seems to be working good so far, anyway. And actually, some even, do you know when you when you increase the disk speed of certain games, it can actually like mess up the game sometimes. The music will skip ahead and stuff. But this seems to be in order so far. This could actually be a long enough live stream actually as well. Come to think of it. But hopefully I've sped up the process by getting my consoles prepared. Oh, memory card. Okay. English. Okay, so what do we have to choose from? Quick Arcade, Replay Theater, or Gran Turismo? So this Gran Turismo and Quick Arcade. For testing purposes, I'm just going to get stuck into Quick Arcade. Anything that says quick, I'm all for that. Okay, so we got a single race, a time attack, a two-player bonus items. Okay, I just get stuck into a single race. Let's go with normal. Manufacturer: Nissan, Honda, Mazda, Mitsubishi, Yamaha. Let's go with Honda. All I know is a Civic. Is there a Civic? Yeah. Okay, let's go with Honda Civic. Standard. I don't know what that means. I'm just going to go to AT. High speed ring. I presume you have to press X. I think this is before the days of holding down R2 to accelerate, so. Yeah, let's go. Or maybe it is R2, I don't know. I think R2 was kind of introduced, like, oh, here we go now. I think holding down the R2 was kind of brought in the PS3 generation. Yeah, it's X. Alright. Jesus, the vibration is actually fantastic. This is one of the games that really took advantage of the DualSense, the DualShock controller. This will be good practice now for Gran Turismo 7. Change the view. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'm actually noticing, like, Jesus, this would have been one hell of an experience, because the driving is very. I get out of the way, you cunt. Lads, please pray that this doesn't turn into me becoming a Gran Turismo perfectionist. For the love of God, I can't handle that now. My only intention for playing this is to just test it. Hey, get out of the way. Masters, get out of the way. Get out of the way, you cunts. Get out of the way. Well, Gran Turismo works perfect. Happy to know. I know some games, maybe the further you get into it, it might skip, but like generally speaking, it's looking good for Gran Turismo. That was a really cool experience, by the way, as well, playing Gran Turismo 1 for the first time. I can definitely sense that even the original version was definitely the real driving simulator. Now we're going to jump ahead in time, and we're going to play. Probably going to have to do anything until we open the tray. We're going to play Gran Turismo 3 A spec. So it's looking good so far, to be honest. That was actually the worst. That was actually the worst looking disc as well. I do want to point out though that I did actually clean these discs myself before I went live. Just get them a bit of a wipe. Nothing too technical. Okay, let's see if the. We're off to a good start now. We're off to a pretty good start now. Hopefully it will stay that way. And hopefully a couple of more people will drop by the live stream as well. That would be nice. Again, it is very early for the majority of my viewers. I know I have some lovely, fantastic supporters, here in Ireland and UK, like Europe as well. But I'm aware that the majority of my viewers are in America, so this may be a bit on the early side for them. It's crazy to jump so far ahead. Gran Turismo 1 to Gran Turismo 3. Do you know what? I actually think, no, Gran Turismo would be the longest running PlayStation franchise. 100%. I actually can't think of a PlayStation game that started on PS1 and is still around on PS5. I know there's games that came out on PS1 that were only on PS1 that are out now, like Resident Evil or Final Fantasy VII. But as far as like PlayStation Studios, I don't think there's actually any game other than Gran Turismo that started on PS1 and is still out on PS5. If you can think of one, let me know. Because I was thinking about it yesterday, and no, I couldn't think of any like PlayStation exclusive that started on PS1 that are still around today. So I'm going to watch the videos because I want to test every part of the game. Well, not every part of the game, but I want to see like cinematics and gameplay, audio, all that kind of stuff. It's looking good so far. These are two. I think I only have one more game that I got inside his place. A retro shop. The rest are from CX, I think. Yeah, the rest are from CX. So this is the only one I haven't tested yet from his place. If this works, I'll be delighted. But this is probably the least optimistic I am about working because I'll show you now later. Jeez, those graphics, like. Actually, while I have Gran Turismo on display there, I think I'm going to mentally prepare myself to move on from Super License 10 on Gran Turismo 7. I think if I can get a silver, I think if I can get a silver, I'd be happy enough to take a break at least from it for a while and just get stuck into the rest of the game. For God's sake, there's lots of other modes to play, like, and they're probably going to be harder than S10. So there's no point in me kind of. Gran Turismo 7 was my first Gran Turismo game, and I just jumped into the deep end. I need to kind of come back down to earth now, you know what I mean? 2 feet on the ground, and just acknowledge the game a bit more. So yeah, that's the plan anyway. That's the plan. So that's three games working so far. That's 3 out of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 3 out of 7 games working so far. That's pretty good. I think I might have been doubting this guy too much. Then again, I don't want to speak too soon. I'll keep my opinions on this guy's store until after I test all of his games anyway. Do you know what would be ironic now? If all of his games worked but CX games didn't. The reason I think the CX could be working is because they're a franchise. So they can't afford to have their games not working. Do you know, that kind of way. Okay, let's again. I guess. Oh no, actually no. I've heard of his license in this. I want to see. Where would license be? No, do you reckon? Probably be in Gran Turismo mode, would it? Yeah, license center. Oh, oh god. So it's quite similar with domestic B and domestic A, which would be like national, and then of course then you have the international B. Can I get stuck into the special level? Oh, please complete the previous license. Okay, let's just do a domestic B. Let's see what this is. It's probably the same, is it? Domestic license test. Measure the time it takes starting from a still position to stopping in the area. Yeah, yeah. Let's do this. I think it's still X to accelerate. I think R2 to accelerate was only brought in for like the PS3 generation. Okay, let's start. Yeah, probably similar actually to Gran Turismo 7. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I presume I'm just going to be okay. I think Jesus Christ. I think I'll go back in there. Where's the thing again? It says 35 is for going on. This is a lot further than Gran Turismo 7, that's for sure. I can't see the stopping area. Where's the stopping area? It's going up here now. So, oh. Damn it. Time expired. I didn't do it properly. Okay, well, Gran Turismo 3 is working. Seems to be working fine. Which is good. Which is fantastic. This is a good start. So, yeah, this is great. If only the rest of them worked. Now, as I said, a while back, the next game that I'm about to test, which by the way, it also came from his place, the retro store. Okay, this is the game that I'm least optimistic about working. I'll actually show you now. I don't know if you can see this, but around the edges, it looks like somebody already attempted to like repair this disc with some sort of repair kit, and it just does not look good. So, yeah, I don't think this is going to work at all. In fact, I think it could actually damage my PS2 if anything. Okay. What we got today? Whoop. At least. Okay, no loading. I feel like it's setting me up for disaster, to be honest. Do you know, if I can just watch the opening cinematic to this game, I'd actually be delighted. Because the music and the opening cinematic, I love it. What's this? Video mode. Oh yeah, I'm actually set video to 60 hertz. Yeah, let's go. Nice, 60 hertz display. That's something I want to talk about. Remember, I mentioned a good few times when I was live streaming Sega Dreamcast games, and I mentioned how ahead of its time that console was to consoles like PS2 and GameCube and Xbox. Here's an example. This game came out in 2004, right? And it's only now asking me, do I want to play my games in 60 hertz? Dreamcast came out in 1999, and they gave you 60 hertz display. But that's another story for another day. All right, set video 60 hertz. Let's go. I thought I did already. What the? What the fuck? Oh yeah. What's it? There we go. All right, start game. So There's actually been so long since I've actually played Resident Evil Outbreak. I just want to see the opening cinematic, to be honest, to start the game. Checking memory card. I don't have enough space, but it's fine. Start the game without saving, yes. Oh man, it's the opening cinematic. I'm telling you, the music is just fantastic. This game contains scenes of explicit violence and gore. And it's so funny because I am not a fan of this game at all. Never liked Outbreak or File 2. Even though File 2 was one of the first online games I actually played. But yeah, just not a fan of the style of game. I'm a fan of the opening cinematic though, that's the thing. You actually get a collection. I'm going to pop into that for a second. Because I never played much of this game back in the day, you see. I think I got it for my birthday or something. It's a birthday or Christmas. Oh, this is not looking good now at all. Oh no, it's okay. CG picture of character. Oh, you purchase. I don't have any points right now. So you can purchase like CG pictures of characters. That's all that's available to purchase right now, to be honest. Yeah, so that's actually handy. So yeah, so you got a collection. You got a gallery. Although I think it's a gallery there a second ago. And gallery separate, is it? Or character log. Let's have a look at the character log. I think you get a backstory or something, no? Oh, that's just like total playtime. You see, you can see here. This is probably, as I pointed out earlier, this game was intended to be online, but it never made it to Europe as an online game. It only made it to Europe as a single player game. Anyway, nonetheless, scenario. I don't know what that is. Let's go. Scenario. Opening cinematic, please. It was a typical night. Oh no, I think you have to wait until after the scenario to get the opening cinematic. So you could actually choose multiple characters. I think for the first time, not for the first time. Obviously, you could choose Jill or Chris in Resident Evil 1 and Leon and Claire in Resident Evil 2. But these are multiple characters. So you've got Kevin, who's a police officer. You've got Mark, who's a security guard. You've got Jim, who's a subway staff. You've got George, who's a doctor. That's funny, actually, because there's actually a doc. I used to have a doctor called George, actually. That's gas. David, who's a plumber. Alyssa, who's a reporter. I think she's actually mentioned in one of the later Resident Evil games. We've got Yoko, a student. Cindy, a waitress. Yeah, so you've got lots of characters to choose from. Goes George with a laugh. Definitely him anyway. I'm dying, George. Yeah, that's definitely him. Normal. Yeah, I think you have to get past the opening. No, never mind. Here it is. I used to love this cinematic. It was the one thing about the game I actually loved. And it actually showed you as well how the T virus was spread through Raccoon City. So you see the rats, and they're running around the tunnels of the underground Umbrella facility, where William Birkin would have been shot, where they stole the T virus. This is where Umbrella Special Forces were sent in to assassinate William Birkin and steal his G virus research. So you can see that eventually here now, the T virus will feed on the corpses which would have been infected by the T virus, and you will see the rats spread the virus throughout the city. This is probably one of the best opening cinematics to any Resident Evil game. It's such a shame that it's a terrible, in my opinion, well, not terrible. It's just maybe I'll end up liking it this time around, but first time around I wasn't really gone on Outbreak, to be honest. By the way, I'm planning on fully streaming these games going forward. I know I started playing Spyro and Shenmue and stuff but I'll squeeze them all in. But I'm definitely going to focus on these games because I think looking at all these games now, I think these are actually games that I can really, really see myself getting stuck into. Then I can see myself getting stuck into any game. But Spyro, I played the remaster, so Shenmue was good as well, but it wrecks my head. But every one of these games, I can definitely see myself playing, like, you know. So I'm going to see a lot more of these games going forward. This is great. This is every one of his games have actually worked so far. It's just the CX games, no, I haven't tested yet. The music in this opening cinematic is fantastic. So you'll see here now. So he was killed by William Birkin, who was infected by the G virus. Now what's interesting is technically he's being killed by William Birkin, who is infected by the G virus. But strange enough, it's only the T virus that gets spread. But it's all interconnected. I know the G virus is just another variant of the T virus. Kind of. It's confusing. Everything about Resident Evil is confusing. But this is fantastic because you actually get to see, like, you get to see it. You get to see how the T virus got spread through Raccoon City. Resident Evil Outbreak. So I just want to play a couple of minutes gameplay. I am shocked that this game even got past the title screen because the back of that disc looked really strange. But again, maybe that's the way the game should have. Maybe that's the way the game was intended to look. Maybe it was on the disc, like whatever they needed to do. So I actually start off in a bar, which is gas. So it's a Jack's bar. These are all the characters, by the way. Some of them anyway. No, all of them actually. They're all in here. It's like Lost, or a show like Lost, you know, where all the characters are in the one place when the story starts off. Oh yeah, he ends up being a zombie, I think. Oh no. Oh no, wait. It's an unwanted visitor. We don't take kindly to your kind here. It's Mark. Must have been a Cork City match that caused the carnage. Mark, you are very welcome back to Green Hill Gaming for a very special live stream because I have been testing my latest retro gems. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those games have worked so far. This is Resident Evil Outbreak. Did you play this game, Mark? I played it, but I wasn't really a fan of it. I prefer the traditional Resident Evil games, to be honest. But how are you keeping, Mark? Happy Easter to you. Don't eat too much chocolate. You never heard of it? Shame on you. Shame on you. No, I'm only joking. It is a pretty niche Resident Evil game, to be fair. Glad you're keeping well. Thank you. Thank you for that, man. Much appreciated. This was supposed to be online in Europe, but it never made it to Europe as an online game. But Resident Evil Outbreak File 2 did make it to Europe as an online game. In fact, it's actually one of the first online games I actually played. So I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I think you have to get out of the bar, actually. It seems I can get out through this door. Well then, oh, something is shining over here, though. Playing manual, not now. I'm going to just want to test the game. We're locked. We're locked out. We're locked out now. So all these characters would have been online. There would have been other players. Take the herb. See, this is probably one of the reasons why I didn't like this game. Oh my god. I'm after going into the women's bathroom. That's not good. Can't be doing that now, like. I'll be cancelled. Mark, I'm gonna be cancelled. Oh my god. I have no idea why that. Well, it also had this kind of mechanism where you can actually get infected over time. Anyway, it does appear this game is working. I think. Oh, zombies. Behave yourself in there. I will. I was good. I was good in there now. I was very professional there now, to be honest. I actually want to see what happens here before I turn this off. This is working fine so far, and no issues yet anyway. It's why you have to fully test the game. You kind of have to get to the end of the game, really. Oh, there's a couple of skipping. Oh no, we're fine. Okay, this is working fine. Because I don't want to spend too much time in one particular game because it'll just make the live stream that much. Someone said shit. Yeah. One of the characters are like, shit. I'm eaten by a zombie. So this is working fine. What do we have next? Another couple of PS2 games. What will I play next, actually? I am going to play this. And I'm actually really looking forward to this. This is a Sonic Gems collection. What's good about this, what sets this apart from other Sonic collections, is the fact that it actually has these bonus games that were rarely re-released. Games like Sonic the Fighters, which I did play on PS Now, but Sonic R, which I never played, and 6 Sega Game Gear games, including Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic Spinball, Sonic the Hedgehog Triple Trouble, Sonic Drift 2, Tails Sky Patrol, and Tails Adventures. Sonic on the Dreamcast was one of my favorite games. I actually have that game. I actually streamed that game. Check it out, bro. Check it out if you want to see that. Both Adventure 1 and 2. So this is the first of the CEX games, and knowing my luck now, it'll be the CX games that won't work. Knowing my luck. So I'm hoping the CX games will work because they're a franchise. They're an not international, but they're a franchise anyway, nonetheless. Oh, okay. Well, I've played most of these Sonic games through the WiiWare and PS Now and through various Mega Drive Classic collections, etc., etc. As I mentioned, there's quite a few games I haven't played. Continue without saving for now. Sonic Gems collection uses. Oh no, I know. Ah, the classic Sega. You can't have a classic Sonic game without having that classic Sega. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. There we go. So I just continue without saving. Just stop asking me numerous times. I want to play. So you've got games, manuals, museum, and extras. I'm going to keep all that for next time. I want to get stuck into the games straight away. So you got Sonic the Fighters, which I have played on PS Now. Sonic CD, which I've played on PS Now. Sonic R, I've never played. This is Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on Game Gear, which I actually had on the Master System. Now, the Master System, basically the Game Gear is a portable Master System. I have played this and it's really fun. We've got Sonic Spinball on Game Gear, which I never played on the Game Gear, but I did play it on the Mega Drive. I don't think I've ever played Triple Trouble before. Sonic Drift Racing, never played. Tails Sky Patrol, I think I played. Tails Adventure, I don't think I played. This is a mystery game. These are mystery games. I presume you unlock those games. Back in the day where you actually unlock stuff. I miss those days. Do you, Mark? Days where you actually just put in the effort and unlock it. I'm going to actually, for nostalgic purposes, I'm actually going to get stuck into this game here. This is going to be something else now, like, because I did actually have this game on the Sega Master System. Now it'd be interesting to see how the quality is. Oh, that music. Oh, this brings it back. Oh, Marky boy, this brings it back. This brings it back, like, oh my Jesus. Tony Hawk on the PS5 brings back unlockable. It does indeed. It does indeed, yeah. I actually have that game as well. I'm actually going to skip this and get stuck in. Oh, the music. Oh my God. This. Oh my God. Yes. This is actually its own game as well. Like, this is Sonic 2 on the Master System, so it's got its own levels, its own story. I think you're actually saving Tails. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, I think there's like an extra. Oh no, never mind. Wait. I knew it. See, there's something up here. Don't. There's a bit of delay in jumping. A bit of lag. A bit of old school lag here, Mark. God, you know what? I really want to get stuck into this game, but for time purposes, I'm going to move on to the next game. But this is working perfect. I'm delighted. Absolutely delighted. This is working perfect. So far, I mean, so good, like, you know. So I'm going to play the final PS2 game, which is, don't know if you're a fan of Mortal Kombat. Shaolin Monks. This is actually a really fun Mortal Kombat game. Very different Mortal Kombat game, but it's fun. Action adventure game featuring Liu Kang and Kung Lao during the events of Mortal Kombat 2. So it gives you a completely different perspective on the events of Mortal Kombat 2. Big shout out to Ed Boon and John Tobias, co-creators of Mortal Kombat. Can't wait to see Mortal Kombat 12, the new era. Ah, you're a fan of this game. Brilliant. Let's hope it actually works now. God. I'm off. Take care. Enjoy the. Thank you so much for dropping by this live stream. That is much appreciated. Listen, enjoy the rest of your Easter, and I will indeed. And I will catch you in the next live stream, man. Take it easy. Okay, so we got to the midway, which is now known as NetherRealm Studios. Checking memory card. I don't have enough, do I? Would you like to continue? Yes, I would. What's it? No memory card. Oh, you have to put the PS2 in. It's fine. I'm only testing these games for now, so I won't worry about any of that. This is great. Only one game left. It's a Wii game. Brightness is fine. Just get stuck into the single player. Because you can choose. You can actually. I think you can unlock Sub-Zero and Scorpion actually. So you can choose between Kung Lao or Liu Kang. I'm gonna go. It just doesn't matter right now. Normal. Just want to test the game. That's all I want to do right now. Test it. Although I do want to watch this actually. That's actually one of the only Mortal Kombat games where you actually hear the Mortal Kombat audio. So this is Mortal Kombat 1 right now unfolding. Do you know what I like about watching this cutscene is to see how far the cinematics of Mortal Kombat have advanced over the years. You would not see that now in modern Mortal Kombat games because I don't want to say it's not realistic, but why would everyone be just fighting all at the same time in that one room? You know what I mean? Liu Kang challenging Shang Tsung. Tidy up my games here now a bit. I can't believe the majority of these games are actually working fine. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. Like, honestly, was not expecting that. Shang Tsung with his flaming skull. He's now morphed into Kano. This is actually Kung Lao in disguise. See, he's not the only one that can disguise himself. I was actually really excited about this game when it came out. I remember hearing about it back in the day in a video game magazine, which is just it's unheard of now, like, you know, because now with social media, like, a game can be announced in a second. But no, I actually remember reading the magazine and coming across like Shaolin Monks, like, been delighted. I see the arm emoji, the muscle emoji. See a long enough cutscene, so I'm actually going to skip it. It's the gameplay that I want to test more than anything, to be honest. But it is looking. This is looking great. Like, I don't know if it's the PS2 Slim or not. Like, I did hear that apparently the PS2 Slim is actually better for playing like kind of games that would be get scratched and whatever else. So you start off in Goro's lair. Both Kung Lo and Liu Kang. And Raiden, of course. Now, this is not a cinematic cutscene, so you can't skip it. Can't skip it, can I? No.
This is Goro's lair. It is one of Shang Tsung's traps. You must find your way off the island before it crumbles into the sea.
Even the voice acting as well, like just the voice acting in cinematology, or whatever it's called. It's just so improved, like, so improved.
Pick up the items I've left
So, yeah.
behind for information.
So you can move around in 3D, and jump, special attacks. Yeah, it seems to be working. Again, like, I mean, I obviously don't have the time to play it through the entirety of all these games. That would be insane. But it seems to be working fine anyway, much better than it. Well, these are the CX games, so I kind of was a little bit optimistic about these working. So that's all the PS2 games. Working perfectly fine. I have one game left to test, and that is actually a Wii game. It is Resident Evil: The Umbrella Chronicles, the on-rail shooting game, which takes place during the events of Resident Evil 0, 1, and 3. And it goes into a deep dive into the lore of the Umbrella Corporation. So for this, I turn off my PS2. My PS2 is currently sitting on top of a Wii U. So Wii U can actually play Wii games, thankfully, with a bit of magic. So for this, I need to. Okay, so I'll go to PS2. I'll tidy up this note after. I need to take out this plug here. I hate wires. I've got like this phobia of wires. Wi-phobia. Yeah. Okay. So now I just need to turn on my Wii U. With my golden Wii remote. My golden The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Gold is actually Wii Remote Plus actually as well. But this game doesn't support Wii Motion Plus. But it's good nonetheless to have it. I'm going to switch over to HDMI 1, I think it is, yes. Don't have my hard drive turned on. Don't need it turned on because it's going to be booted up from the actual disc itself. Please wait, where's the audio? There it is, okay. It's trying to load up the hard drive. There is no hard drive. Come on. Hurry up. So, I don't know what disc is actually in there at the moment. There's no hard drive. Stop trying to load something that isn't there. So, put in again. Hopefully it'll work. It'll load a little bit. Oh, the battery's gone dead, I'm sure. Oh, that's one thing I didn't plan. Where the hell? It's fully charged. Where the hell is the thing gone? Where the fuck? Sorry, no. Okay. Issue with the sensor there. I wasn't ready for. I'm going to be honest with you now. Is that in properly? Yeah, here we go. I was hoping I could go through the entire live stream without a technical difficulty. But nonetheless, it wasn't plugged in properly. Okay. So again, the Wii U is backwards compatible with Wii games. You can actually choose. I can actually play this. I can actually play this game. Using just the. I think just the TV. I don't know. Forget. It doesn't matter. TV only. TV only. I forgot what I was talking about there for a second. I'm going to sit back here a little bit because I don't know if you can still hear me. I can sit back a bit because I need a bit of space, like for motion control again. We're going back in time now to the Wii. Yeah, let's hope it actually works now. Oh God. No, the system files are corrupted. Please refer to the Wii operation manual for help. This is a lot of bullshit. That's just connected to the fucking. That doesn't matter. I do have a backup if it doesn't work on my Wii U, because I actually do have a Wii. I won't test it now. But we were going for a full it was going to be a whitewash there for a second, wasn't it? This could be the one that has the issue now. So what I'll try and do, I'll actually go onto I'll load up the Wii menu first, and then go into the actual select the game. Then like this will probably happen, I'd say, more than likely. So yeah. Alright, so yeah, TV only. See what happens. This happened before as well, actually. It happens. It didn't say anything about the disc, like it just said the system files or something are corrupted. Maybe Nintendo killed the Wii quietly. No more Wii. No, we're grand. This channel. Come on. Come on now. Yes! Oh, this is fantastic. This is a good Easter. This is a good Easter. Thank you, Jesus, for dying for my sins. Resurrecting. Giving birth to me. And allowing me, blessing me with these games. I never had a Wii Zapper, actually, to be honest. It looked too funky. What's this game? Says game data not found. Yeah, create it. Create it.
Welcome to the Umbrella.
This is fantastic.
Accessing file number 24981114056.
Biohazard.
Wesker.
The outbreak occurred in the summer of 1998. It started in the American Midwestern town of Raccoon City and brought hell to earth. The T-virus was developed as a biological weapon, proliferating amongst the unsuspecting public. It metamorphosed them into living death zombies.
I'm just gonna hop over here for a second.
Umbrella's mission statement had always been preserving the health of the people, but beneath this bright statement lurked the shadow of the conflict
Spencer.
ambition.
I always said it. Oswald Spencer is at the heart of this series.
The truth behind the rise and fall of Umbrella is something to which only a select few are privy. The beginning of the end started on the outskirts of Raccoon City, the Outbreak Mountains.
I'm back. Just had to sort out some of my games.
Resident Evil, the Umbrella Chronicles.
New games. So I just want to test this game right now. But I will definitely be getting stuck into all of these games that I've tested and that are thankfully working just fine at the moment. So again, this is an on-rails shooter. It's a railgun game.
It was a stormy night when the leeches overwhelmed the Ecliptic Express.
Skip. So you point the rear mode at the screen and hold to move the rear mode to change the aim and direction. The number of shots left along with the bullet gauge is displayed. When targeting, the reticle is over the target. Press B to fire. The bullet gauge will drop with each shot. If reload is displayed on the screen, you need to reload your current weapon. Shake the rear mode to reload the gun. If you take damage, your health gauge displayed at the top of the screen will deplete. If your health gauge runs out, it's game over. As you take damage, the health gauge will change colours from green, yellow, and red, like your classic Resident Evil. Oh, that's fantastic. It works. It actually works. Every one of these games works. I'm actually shocked. I mentally prepared myself for the majority of these games not to be working, but thankfully they are working, which is just, again, it's amazing. It really is. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is actually going to do it for this live stream. If you liked these games, if you liked any of these games, if you like all of these games, you are going to be happy because I plan to get stuck into these games. I plan to get stuck into these games going forward. Now I will go back to like Spyro, and I'll go back to Shenmue as well. Not worry about that. Don't worry about that. I'm just putting the batteries away there. I will get back to those games as well. But for now, those are definitely games that I would like to get stuck into going forward. Just typing up there now. So yeah, they all work. Much to my delightful surprise, they all work. So thank you for watching the live stream, and thank you for watching, the uploaded video in your own convenience. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next live stream. Enjoy the rest of your Easter. Don't eat too much chocolate. See you next time.